At the end of 2013, we caught up with the New Zealand Wool Expo when it was touring the east coast of the North Island. It was set up to promote the properties and versatility of wool and to exhibit products that illustrate its bright future. The Expo is a partnership between the Campaign for Wool in New Zealand, PGG Wrightson Wool and Massey University's College of Creative Arts.
The Campaign for Wool's been operating now for 3 years, very successfully, and while most of the investment has been in the Northern Hemisphere to create awareness with consumers, we really haven't had the opportunity to bring products and information and awareness back to the funders of the campaign and the growers. So these organisations in PGG Wrightson and Massey University and the Campaign for Wool pooled resources to be able to bring a roadshow on a basis that it's raw material, bring it back to farmers and local rural people to be able to understand some of the innovation and creativeness in wool.
According to GQ magazine, I am a fashion icon, and I'm wearing some very, very smart gents natty New Zealand wool.
The Prince of Wales is dedicated to the campaign. It's the only organisation that he's a patron of that he calls his own. He's very proud of it, very sincere about it, and does everything, and he's continuously working to promote wool globally. I think he's doing an excellent job, and it's fantastic for us. When we lost the wool boards, not only in New Zealand but in Australia and South Africa and other countries, and we pulled back from promoting wool, the demand for wool slid. The synthetic dyes, the competing fibres and the other natural fibres really seize that opportunity to be able to secure new markets at the expense of wool. We did a survey in 2005 through the International Wool Textile Organisation, global survey, and found that in every country in the world, in every age group, in every category, there's going to be less wool used. And as the younger the age group, the more likely they were to use other fibres. So that actually gave the impetus to establish this initiative. Because 96% of what we produce is interior textiles wool, we're focusing heavily on the interior textiles global market. Now, 96% of the world's fibre consumers live in the Northern Hemisphere, so as a consequence, that's where most of our investment is. Every product has got a different reason for having wool. Sustainability and environmental, are the broad aspects. Moisture management in terms of clothing and bedding and anything near the skin. In insulation because of humidity and cold and all of those. The moisture management is key. A wool fibre, whether it's a scoured dag or a scoured full-length fleece fibre, has the same attributes in terms of its ability to absorb and lose moisture, to absorb chemicals, etc., etc. And in fact, some of the shorter wools have better advantage for sound absorbency. So it really depends on the market, where things are going. I don't see wool as trying to compete with the bottom end of the insulation market. It's too good for that. We're just in the process of analysing data internationally from all of our licensees, our partners. We're starting to see some real trends. We're seeing a growth in interior textiles in some categories of fourfold over a 3-year period. Now, is that the Campaign for Wool? Is it the economy, or is it people's environmental consciousness? We can never ever totally attribute the successes or the uptake to Campaign for Wool, but we believe the Campaign for Wool's got a beneficial effect, and also because it is very cost effective in terms of global marketing. It's because most of the cost is absorbed in by the patron.
We haven't had any involvement with any advertising or promotion of wool in the past, and we got approached to see if we could give a hand to having a roadshow, which we called the Wool Expo, on a trial basis throughout the east coast of the North Island. PGG Wrightson has supplied a container for the transportation of all the exhibits. They're covering all aspects of the wool industry, everything from merino being used right down to crossbred wool to actually waste wool We decided that we'd trial through the East Coast to gauge its recognition on what growers would perceive of it and also the general public. But we mainly did it to give our growers some indication of what is actually happening to their wool going forward, and seeing that all wool does not necessarily go into carpets. There's a big range of wool and wool products that have actually been used and been processed into even a dog basket for dogs to sleep in, and that's all made of wool. It's very durable, holds together, and doesn't not going to fall apart. I think with the number of sheep we've actually got in the industry at the moment, farmers would be looking a bit more on the positive side for the wool they are producing, because it's not all actually going into carpets nowadays. There's a bigger variety of things that wool can actually go into, so it's not treated as a byproduct like it might have been 5-10 years ago. It has got a purpose now, and it's a matter of building on that purpose and getting more people within the country aware of what its properties are and its uses.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.